on deliberation on matters of mutual concern and interest to the growth and development of the Muslim community in Ghana, such as national policies and programs on education, health, legal, finance, and economic empowerment, as well as issues affecting general well-being of Muslims in Ghana. The conference was attended by some of the national Muslim leaders, diplomatic corps, and some distinguished invited guests across the country, such as the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia, the National Chief Imam Sheikh Dr. Usman Nuhu Shaributu, the national imams of the various Muslim sects across the country, ministers of state, members of parliament, representatives of the Christian Council, representatives of the Catholic Bishop Conference, and the media. The National Muslim Conference of Ghana was established under a deed signed by the national leaders of all Muslim groups in Ghana, namely Ahmadiyya, Tijaniya, Ahl Sunnah, and Shia, as well as the Ghana Muslim Mission and the Muslims Caucus of Parliament. The National Muslims Conference of Ghana was eventually registered and therefore has a legal assistance and as such can sue and be sued in a competent court of law.
Here is a very short one. Sometimes last year during the month of Ramadan, we all were shocked at the news that our daughters in Western College were denied the opportunity to fast, and we became alarmed, and that, even though it looked dark, galvanized us to try to bring the Ummah together so that we begin to do things on our own.
On the 1st of September 2021, during which the National Chief Imam seated here and the chairman of the Muslim Caucus together signed a deed that is meant to guide all of us and all those who are interested in the growth and development of Islam in Ghana. We have details of the report which we are going to leave on the website of the National Muslim Conference for people who are interested in it to go through it, because this particular organization started with a working committee that was led by the chairman of the Muslim Caucus, and the intention of the working committee was to meet with the president of the Methodist Church, presiding bishop of the Methodist Church, to appeal to him to intervene on behalf of our sisters who were prevented from fasting. And it was in the course of this struggle, after meeting with the president of the country, to pledge our fullest support to this journey that we have undertaken, and that we shall, inshallah, contribute our little quota.
The initiative coming from politicians is always welcomed by suspicion. This is real. So what we have to do, or the administration have to do, is try and work around the clock to allay the fear of the people. That's very, very important.
Because if you read Quran, chapter 7, Surah Araf, verse 32, Allah says, كل من حرم عليكم كل من حرم زينة الله التي أخرج العباد والطيبات من رزقه كل هي للذين آمنوا في الحياة الدنيا خالصة يوم القيامة كذلك نفصل آيات لقوم يعلمون. That who has forbidden you the riches and the good things that are provided for my servant, take them. It is for them, those who believe in this world, and it will be special for them in the hereafter.
الشيخ عثمان حفظه الله لكن علماء والأئمة أحييكم وأحييكن نيابة عن والدنا.
إن جاء الله جل وعلا إنا أرنا أمانة على السماوات والأرض والجبال فأبين أن يحملنها وأشفقن منها وحملها الإنسان إنه كان ظلوما الظالم ظلوما كمان جهولا ماذا على شيء متوح الظالمين متوح مجاهلين ماذا ميني تنك تتنكنسا جاهلين شفا abin da bukata musulunci bukata yau mu fitar da zalunci tsakaninmu mu fitar da jahilci tsakaninmu mu yi abin da Allah ce ina talaka fi shay farduhu ila Allah wa bas ma fi gairu Allah ya kara mana zama lafiya amin gana ina muna cikin nima kuma na zama lafiya na'amara kuma da Allah ya magana da mutanen Makka awalam yarau anna ja'alna haraman aminan wa yatakhaffafu an-nasu min hawlihim afa bil batil yu'minu wa bi ni'mati Allah yakfuru mun san abubuwan Makka kun makarce ne mun san yaro ka san kuka haraman aminan kula da lafiya alalin wa yatakhaffafu an-nasu min hawlihim kasashen da ke kewaye da ku ana kashe-kashe ana kakkaye mutane wanga ni ba ku wani min ji Allah mu ma haka wannan Allah ya mana wannan ni'ima Allah ya sa mu kasan mu kasan haraman aminan nan kasan Ghana alhalin wa yatahassafu an-nasu min hawlina daura da mu ba ke yi kashe-kashe ana
challenges facing Muslim and Zogo communities in Ghana. The National Muslim Conference is really a platform for unity and cooperation amongst the Muslim Ummah in Ghana. So you have today all the leaders of the different sects here. And for that, we thank Allah and say Allahu Akbar. Having carefully studied the deed of the conference, I came to the understanding that the National Muslim Conference is seeking to galvanize the energies, human and material resources of the Muslim Ummah in Ghana to spur national leaders of the Muslim community.
Away from that, the Minister for Interior, Mr. Ambroseri, by an executive instrument, renewed the curfew hours imposed on the Boku municipality and its environs in the Upper East region from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., effective Monday, 26 September 2022.
The government has called on chiefs, elders, opinion leaders, the youth and people of the area to exercise restraint in the face of the challenges confronting them, as well as use non-violent means to channel their energies into ensuring peace. Meanwhile, there is total ban on all persons in Boko and their environs from carrying arms, ammunition or any offensive weapon. According to the ministry, any person or persons found with any arms or ammunition will be arrested and prosecuted according to the laws of the country.
9 students of Twinkili International Senior High School have gained a full scholarship to study in Turkey during the school's graduation ceremony. The graduation procession, which was chaired by Dr. Abdulkarim Hachu, took place at the premises of the National Mosque at Kanda on Saturday, 25th September 2022. The graduation process was chaired by Dr. Abdulkarim Hasu, who encouraged parents to be responsible for their awards in diverse aspects of their lives.
Responsible. I start by myself. Mr. Chairman for today, be more responsible. So I come to the parents, the men need to be more responsible. On the platform of this school, one challenge, I know management have the opportunity. I'm just making my introductory remarks and decide whether I'm accepting or not. And I'm done in 2 minutes maximum. Please, let us be responsible. School fees, let us try and pay. There are various options for us to follow. Let's pursue them. Let's encourage the women. Our mothers, we know that some of us men are not very responsible. I'm not saying there's any apologies because we are all part of it. But we also want you to understand us at times. And the little that we can help for us to push our children. Give us the support, we appreciate it. But more importantly, we the men will be more responsible. And inshallah, with this, we shall have more of our children, even as the days roll on.
An outstanding guest for the occasion, Dr. Harun Zengo Said, advised the graduates as they make their way into the job markets.
Being novice, being that small boys to big men. Because from here you are moving into another level of education where nobody will ask you to go and sleep. Nobody will ask you, to tell you when to go to class. At the university, I teach at the University of Ghana. If you are at the university, you are responsible to yourself and for yourself. And so anything that you did here from today, you have graduated from being asked to do what you have to do. From today, you are no more that student who came in 3 years ago or 2.5 years ago, when you are asked, this is your dormitory, you sleep this time, you wake up this time, you wake up this time to learn, you go to class this time. No, you must do it yourself. Nobody will tell you at the university. And so it's a special stage in your life at this moment.
Addressing the gathering, the manager of the school, Mr. Ohum Kiyaj, also told them that life is not going to be straightforward, but what they have learned when applied will enable them through.
Now another way. As you know, every ending is a gate to a new beginning. Now you are closing the cover of senior high school book and opening the cover of your tertiary education, inshallah. We can't guarantee you that life will be easier or the opportunities will be just in front of you, that you are going to be picking easily. No, we cannot say that so. We know that life has just begun. From this moment on, you have to take the control of your life. With the knowledge you have been given, with the subjects you have been taught, with the manners you have been treated, you will do the right thing and make the right choices, and we pray that may Allah be with you. Now,
the Turkish government scholarship would afford graduates the opportunity to pursue BSc Mechanical Engineering, Electrical and Electronic Engineering, and Biomedical Engineering. 6 fully sponsored scholarships given by the school management include BSc Biology, BSc Chemistry, and BSc Computer Science. The remaining 3 are to make their choices, irrespective of how expensive the program may be after arriving in Turkey. They will be leaving on Friday, 30th October 2022. The Zongovation Hub, as part of their efforts to bring IT skills closer to the youth of Zongo, organized a seminar labeled Zongo Developers Forum with the theme Empowering Software Developers from the Zongo Communities Across Ghana. The hub is a community technology innovation hub dedicated to the development and growth of young entrepreneurs and startups in the Zongo communities across Ghana. Events, moderated by Mr. Mahmoud Chaja, the CEO of Zongovation Hub, brought together distinguished software developers from the various Zongo communities in Ghana. Mr. Yakub Lantam Abdul Jabbar, co-founder of Codis Ghana, Mr. Kotejan, co-founder of Wavuti Technologies, Madam Zuleiha Dobia Abdallah, founder of Developer, and Mr. Zakaria, senior software engineer at ownerradio.com, were all present at the event. The forum was masked up with over hundreds of species from all walks of life, especially in the Zongo communities in Ghana. Some of the audience spoke with BEIN TV.
I am glad I was here to at least learn something that will enhance my blogging skills. At least I've said a lot, so if you find your interest, you have to do well to put yourself together, be committed to whatever you want to do.
In an interview, Mr. Mahmoud Jaja disclosed that the event is not going to be the last, but it will be held annually.
The platform we are going to create, we are going to always interact with these developers. So it's not going to be one day wonder. Next year, we are organizing the same forum, Zongo Development Forum, to look at our challenges and then our progress. So it's not going to be 9-day wonder.
The forum took place at the Jimsa Hall at the National Mosque in Kanda, Accra on Tuesday, 27 September 2022. The Bank of Ghana has cautioned mobile money loan defaulters that they cannot avoid repayment by discarding their SIM cards because their data have been captured by credit bureaus. The central bank, in a statement, has cautioned these defaulters that their failure to repay such loans would affect their chances of obtaining any loans facilities from any financial institution in the future. Some persons who have acquired loans through mobile money platforms have deliberately refused to register their SIM cards under the ongoing national SIM card registration exercise to avoid repayment of their acquired loans. But the central bank, in a statement, has cautioned these defaulters that because their data has been captured in credit bureaus, their failure to repay such loans would affect their chances of obtaining any loans facility from any financial institution in the future. Borrowers who have discarded their SIM card have been advised to contact the telecommunication service providers or respective lenders to discuss repayment arrangements to avoid adverse information on their credit reports that could deny them access to future credit facilities. 4 teacher organizations in public universities in Ghana have given the government up to Wednesday, October 5th, to restore their conditions of service as decided earlier this year, or they discontinue their service. The National President of the University Teachers Association of Ghana, UTAG, Professor Solomon Nunu, stated at a press conference on Wednesday, September 28. UTAG, together with the Ghana Association of University Administrators, Tertiary Education Workers Union of Ghana, and the Senior Staff Association of Universities of Ghana, met to express their displeasure at the apparent unilateral decisions taken by the government in deferring their conditions of service. They say letters written to draw attention to the anomalies have not been responded to. The teachers' unions have hence taken the decision to lay down their tools after October 5th if government fails to heed their concerns.
Various public universities, actually, UTAG, GAWA, Senior Staff Association, the TUGH, Soka Gamonanga, Mabinde Saka Gamoni, Wanisha Ninkudiezo, Batuani, also allowance in Ekmata, Abiyama, Maiki, Wuring, public universities. So, it has to do with fuel allowance, the car maintenance allowance, the Kuma off-campus allowance, one guy off-campus allowance in the universities in the Ekmata, Akowasu workers in the Ekmata University Basu accommodation, university bed accommodation, about to stay outside the campus. So couldn't the Ekmata so look to zo Ike in the Shiaki Kilesh off-campus allowance. One allowance, the car maintenance allowance in Kuma, Anna Bayani workers duka da suke da loruka ana ba su wannan kudi ne su doke su jajara lorukan su da government ke ce kamar maybe biya amma da safin ga mun meet the Minister of Education da abin ga Minister of Employment and Labor Relations cikin firan mu mun ga musu abin da ke damu mu su ma suka ce kamar an je da maganan gaba a ji a duba kamin gobe ko jibi abin da ke cikin duka an bare mu gane. So muna dai duba kaman kami gobe ko jibin ga maganan ya samu makonciya shi da ba kowane problem amma leadership sun gwada kaman within 1 week in government bai ya solve wanga problem ba workers mun je strike. That is the long and short of the whole matter. So on kagang unions nanga, that is GAWA, that's University Administrators, the teachers na UTAG, the TEU, the Senior Staff Associations, so suka gamunang, suka iwanga press conference daga UPAC.
The Ministry of Finance and the Bank of Ghana have commenced discussions with the IMF for an IMF-supported program. A key prerequisite for a program is confirmation that Ghana's debt is on a sustainable path, and this will require a comprehensive debt sustainability analysis, which is currently ongoing.
A statement from the Finance Ministry said the government is putting together a comprehensive post-COVID-19 economic program which will form the basis for the IMF negotiations. The program seeks to establish a macro-fiscal path that ensures debt sustainability and macroeconomic stability underpinned by the key structural reforms and social protection. As government's negotiations with respect to the IMF-supported program commenced this week, the Minister of Finance has expressed optimism about making progress in the discussion. The government says it remains committed and shall continue to actively engage all stakeholders, both public and private, in a clear and transparent manner as it seeks to fast-track this progress. Ghana is seeking $3 billion the IMF to cushion the economy.
And finally, the police have debunked reports that Mr. Christopher Ekwa Clark Tufuhini of Akwa-Krom, a suburb of Mankesim, who was allegedly involved in the murder of a prospective student nurse at Mankesim, has died is false. A news brief from the police stated that the chief and his accomplice, who were remanded into police custody by court, will reappear on October 4, 2022, are still alive and in custody.
According to the police, the chief and his accomplice, a self-styled pastor, have been remanded into police custody and therefore urge the public to treat the report with contempt that it deserves. According to reports, the chief, who is the Tufuhini of Akumfi Akwa-Krom, Nana Onya, and his friend, the pastor, who doubles as the boyfriend of the murdered lady's sister, first kidnapped the victim, raped her, and demanded 15,000 Ghana cedis as ransom from her family. After killing her, they buried her in the chief's kitchen. The two have confessed to killing their victim for ritual money.
This is all we have for you on our weekend news update. For more stories, do log on onto our website, www.beinamultimedia.com. Many thanks for watching. My name is Kajesu Kubra Keilani. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to BEIN Business Store. This is where the economic situation in the country is digested from a complex part and into a layman's perspective with the help of experts from the realm of business. Join us this